Dear diarrhea full of shit. Just playing on me, myself, and I. No one else. I'm so legit. No work today. I would have made an audio presentation announcing to the world sooner, but figured I'd have me some humpy time. For 2 hours? Yeah. Yeah. You like sex, Katie Boo? Like a lot of it? I'm your guy. Sexy Zebra Mama. You got me. She looking so fine. Yo, I'm looking in your direction with an erection. I even have like some panty smooth groove that's like, zebra style. So must be fate. The universe knew that I was going to meet you later. There you go. I mean, what else could it be? Anyway. Although I guess your ass would be pH, pretty hot and tempting. Mrs. Butthead's ass would be FA, fat. But, yo, your dumb bitch got a fat ass. Yo, I got a hat at, or whatever the lyric is. I hope the Gweed, isn't gonna be an issue. What? You're talking like you're gonna. No. Oh no, but you never know. This might, like accidentally find out. She's having an online mental affair. Well, I'm not reciprocating, so. When I come home, he's got like a little shrine set up or some shit. Oh, my Wonder Dream Boy. He's all like, oh, sweet. Thanks, babe. And she's like, yeah, of course. And then he kind of realizes, hey, that's not my thing, or that's not, we never did that. And it's like, well, what are you talking about? If you wanted to do that, why didn't you just ask me? I can do this, that, and the other. Whatever you're fantasizing about, you fucking cartoon. She's got like big front teeth too. She looks absolutely ridiculous. And those ears, I mean, she has to be a cartoon that somehow got spliced into real life. Same thing with that chick that I saw at Grubway the other day. Not the other day, but she, used to work. I don't know if she does anymore. So. Oh shit. But you've got a cuteness about you too. See, she is not cute. She looks like, a piece of mangled leather that went through a tree chopper, got wet, and then was left out in the sun to dry. She got these big front teeth, and she's just ridiculous. She got this cartoon ass and submarine thighs, and this, that, and the other. Mosquito bite titties. Shit, you got mosquito bite titties too, but you broads bring so much other stuff to the table. It's not the end of the world, And as far as your vagipus goes, it's not like that's more your problem. She is loose as fuck down there. I think every other dude's been doing the tornado up in her too. No, that or she's been doing it on the Dicky Dick Dickums. But anyway, ears, So, but you've got, your whole damn, and your mouth, you've got that cute little, whatever. So, did I already mention no work today? Yeah, pretty sure I did. Yeah, that's a thing. I worked for a driving company where, it's like kind of towards the end, the work slowed down. They put up a list at the end of the day, and if your name wasn't on the list, then you didn't show up. That company, everybody showed up at the same time, but then you went to different jobs. Another company, it was actually Brandon Sand and Gravel that I mentioned in an audio presentation last night. Same thing, a list. It would either give the time that you were supposed to be leaving the yard. And usually we would leave empty, go to this, sand pits, and bring the material back. Occasionally we'd haul asphalt. But yeah, different drivers, groups of drivers would go to different jobs, and they'd have different depart times. And if there was no work, it would just say no work. And if the list wasn't up yet, then you would call, at both, jobs. And it'd be the boss, naming off names. And they'd say, everybody else, no work. So, yeah. Oh, and yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, I worked for I don't know, as I said, I worked for Asphalt Paving Company. They were based out of Golden. I don't know if they are anymore. So they did a lot of paving. I did a lot of aggregate hauling as well. Bringing the material in, pulling a flow boy, which basically means it's got a belt on the bottom. Brandon was an end dump. I've pulled, a lot of stuff. Frame end dump, frameless end dump, belly dump, flow boy, 3-axle dump trucks. Got 5 and 4 double stick. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool. Go ahead and look it up. I've said this before. Like I said, 5 and 4. 1 and then the other one. So 5 and 4, but you didn't have to use the 1. So 1, 2, and up, over, down, up, then set main one down, into 2. But the gears aren't synchronized, so I'd 2, out, neutral, rev it up, match the RPMs with the engine speed. Drop it down, up, down, stop, it's like Dr. Seuss and his hobnob machine all day, just throwing gears. And I have one of those. It's a dude. He's got 2 of them. And I think the one I like better is the one where he's got like the black do-rag around the base of the sticker shifter. God damn, dude, because that's who I am at heart, once I get my hoist built and all that, once we're married and the kids are on scene and stuff, it'll be a little infant, he'll be in doing that mama bear thing, it'll be the weekend, whatever. I'll be out there, just wrenching on shit. So, get the car seat in there proper. Take our little baby for a ride. Now, I'm not a gearhead or anything like that, don't get me wrong, but I kind of am at heart, you know what I mean? And I just, like I said, my destiny awaits. Got my shed, got my hoist. It's in a box sitting on the floor. Not like a big, hydraulic hoist. The guy's gonna come out and install it. It was a barf day gift, so. My El Camino, all that. That'll be a, naturally aspirated. It won't have a turbo or a supercharger or a blower. For some reason, blowers are like annoying to me. You wouldn't think so. Man, I don't like that whining sound that they make. Just don't. And I'll be very careful. It'll have a roll cage and all that stuff, but I'll roll through maybe up to gear 3. Well, even with good tires, I'll be burning rubber probably up until halfway. Finally, it'll probably start to catch second gear, so maybe even third, just rolling that smoke out behind me. Boom, slam it up into 3, but then it'll kind of be a thing because I'll be going at that speed and then the gear ratio and all that stuff, so I'll slam it up into 3, it'll kind of be a bog down, but so it wouldn't be the most efficient, acceleration, but it sure looked good. So, but I won't do any of that, with the baby in the car. My dad has a dynamometer, right? So if I want to know how fast it runs on a quarter mile, I could just strap it down on that thing, roll through the gears, and know exactly how fast it goes without ever moving anywhere. So, because even with a roll cage and a 5-point harness and the proper helmet and seat and all that shit, you still get banged around, and well, that's what kills you is internal hemorrhaging. So bumps and bruises, that ain't a thing. It's when your body loses its ability to sustain life, that's when you die. So, looks fine. It just looks like he's asleep. His guts are all fucked up. So, yeah. Anyway. So I won't be, I'm done with that shit anyway. Like I said, I caught air off some railroad tracks when I was like, I don't know, maybe 18, 19 years old. 16, I don't even remember. But I had to get up to 65 miles per hour to do it. If I would have broke traction, that would have been a hell of a crash. That would have been like deadly. Maybe I would have survived, but and dry asphalt is very unforgiving. So because you're in a skid and then it catches and then it throws you the other direction, and that's bad. It was cool that I did it, and I landed flat. I bottomed out. I broke my exhaust, and all that. And then I turned around and did it again. But, I was thumbing my nose, at fate. I could have died that day. So, anyway. So dramatic. Well, anyway, so yeah, I already humped my pillow. What am I going to do with myself all day? I'm going to run some errands. So, oh, sweet Katie Boo, put your butt on me. I think it's sexy zebra mama playtime. So, oh boy. Are you a good Christian girl? Shit. Those stupid fucking comments that you've said. You're not one of those chicks, are you? Oh, shit. Well, the thing is, the way, me, like as far as lust and stuff goes, you know, I'm actually, I mean, yes, I have, high sex drive and all that shit, but I'm not like a lust crazed, motherfucker or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, our very first night together, I actually don't want to stick my dick in you. I just want to cuddle with you, sleep with you, because you're different. You know what I mean? You're not just some bitch, like, oh, well. But I'm not saying you're like, like Mrs. Butthead, for example. I think. Hi, nice to meet ya. What was your name again? Like on a dating app. A couple hours later. Because Mrs. Butthead, she's got to get that out the way too. She's like, oh, nothing else. I'm getting fucked. So. She's getting older and stuff, though. I'm just sort of talking shit. But well, because she's a fugly duckling, you know what I mean? So when she was younger, it was probably more like, just sort of loosey-goosey, like, yeah, let's have a good time. Fed, fucked, and entertained. But now, well, she's married for crying out loud, so that shows you where her priority's at. She wants to, he's a consolation, and like I said, that whole fucked up, twisted thing that she's doing, And Kleber is just patiently, respecting her wishes, That's my man. Even if things don't work out and I'm stuck with the fucking Gweed for the rest of my life, you don't get him. Like I said, very selfish bitch. So, just sort of, keeping him on the hook, took those wedding vows, put that ring on her finger. Fucking chump. Anyway.